come here with questions, and it's really nice to show up and you see Brian and Karen here and they're ready for you. So Sharon's got a question for Karen right now. Sharon, what would you like to ask her?
Well, thank you for taking my question. Traveled to Vancouver from Vancouver to ask you this.
Yay! Yeah. That's great. Let's give it up for Vancouver. Very nice. I love that.
So we have an 18-year-old home, somewhat outdated, and just looking to update the fireplace and perhaps something around the sides of the fireplace and the lighting.
It looks nice.
It does have a West Coast feel.
It's a beautiful space.
Yeah,
it's
beautiful.
Very airy,
Yes.
very open, and beautifully done already. So the only things, a few things that I would do just to finish it off, I would install drapery around the windows, and you don't need to worry about the upper windows. There's 3 sort of angular windows at the top through here. Just install your drapery from, I can't see from the side, just from this point down. And that way it draws your eye back down to the, to the level of the room, and it gives it a little bit of elegance without being too much. And then for the fireplace, Sharon has almost like a terracotta ceramic around the fireplace, and I'd like to see that go, and perhaps she could install a soft, very sort of neutral marble. It can be tile, it can be slab. This way it's tonally the same as the wall, and I would paint out the just the surround on the fireplace again, just 1 shade darker than the wall to add a bit of contrast. And if you could replace the fireplace box, that insert, with something that is if possible, frameless, so you're just going to see mostly the firebox, the flame, and nice clean lines. And then the last finishing touch I would do, when you go back to the sketch here, rather than doing built-ins on either side of the fireplace, because you've got so much height, again, I want to draw your eyes back down to the main level of the room. So I would like to see 2 chests of drawers on either side of the fireplace. That way, you've got another landing spot, you've got a little bit of storage, and you can bring the, whether it's artwork, you can bring it down on the wall as well. And she had some existing sconces on the wall, so you can see there, right there. I would change those into picture lights, and that way you can have the picture lights installed above the artwork, and they would be shining down on perhaps a chest of drawers like so.
That's nice. Or
maybe something a little bit more clean lined like so. And that way it still adds to the room but doesn't take away from the fireplace.
That's lovely. Very nice. Take pictures of that. We love it that you came here. You can email us too, but I like it when you fly all the way here to ask the question.
Right?
That makes me so happy.
We feel special.
Yeah, we feel so special. Stacy, you've got a question now that you want to ask Brian. What would you like to ask him?
Hi, Brian. I have an unfinished wall in my kitchen that I'm wondering what to do with. It's just a blank slate right now that needs to be finished.
Great. The possibilities are endless.
Yes. So what we have is this big wall here. You see it from the living room, and it's in the breakfast room of the kitchen, and it is quite vacant. Now, I wouldn't do a different color there because the house is so open, but I would probably do a textured wall covering for the wall and paint it the color of the wall. Do like a linen or a grass cloth just on that section. I wouldn't do a contrast color because I think it's just going to pop. You want to keep it open and reflect the light. And then I would put a console table there so that you have extra serving area, because you've got that high top table, which is not that big, so it'd be nice to have an area adjacent that you can put food out on or drinks. A shelf down here for some storage. I would do a great piece of art and then a pair of sconces. Now, you don't have to wire the sconces. You can do them with candles, big hurricane sconces. And I think that's going to be a nice dramatic focal point from the living room into the kitchen. But get some texture on that wall, whether it's a painted textured finish or an actual textured finish.
It's nice when you can have just another place for things to sit, like you did with the 2 dressers, you're doing with the console table.
As you can see here, it looks sort of vacant, and when you're sitting at the table, there's not enough room. It's like, where are you going to put things?
Where are you going to put
just
stuff?
Flowers and candles.
It's to do furniture pieces as opposed to always built-ins, even though I love built-ins.
You love built-ins, so hearing that come from your mouth,
I know.
it's pretty amazing. But it doesn't always have to be a built-in.
It doesn't have to be built-in, and that way it adds a bit more character and interest to the space.
Lovely.